And Kevin, you know as well as anybody, it's been a little bit of a windy road for you the last couple of seasons. How satisfying is it now that you've reached your destination?
It's great. You know, this is, one of the reasons, the main reason that I came here for. And we just said, I saw Bron come off the split there, and he was unbelievable tonight. Kyrie hit that big shot at the end. Was able to, get in the lane, pass that ball to Bron. Got to the free throw line, made the second one. We knew if we got to stop, we'd get over the top and win it. So it was just an unbelievable experience. The last 2 years, like you said, had some ups, had some downs, but this is the ultimate goal right here, and we're able to get it done.
Well, that's true in this series as well. I mean, you missed Game 3 with a concussion. You had the foul trouble back in Game 6. I mean, it was one thing after another. Coming into tonight, how did you visualize what was going to happen here?
It all just came down to 48 minutes, one game. I just wanted to go in there and be aggressive, especially on the offensive glass and the defensive glass. I said, if anything, I'll be able to clean up as much as I can, force them into one possession, try to get us extra possessions, and I was able to have some success with that. So early on, just wanted to almost impose my will. Second half, I thought we played harder and made it a 2 or 3 minute game in the end, and we were ultimately able to get stops when we needed to. And Kyrie hit that big three, as I mentioned, and we went up 4, and that was it.
Kevin, I thought you did a great job defensively tonight, and I thought that was one of your main contributions, being able to step out and defend, and then in that last play against Curry. Coach!
Here I am. What's up? What's up?
We was just getting ready to talk about your game plan, Coach.
Congrats, Coach.
But when you stepped out and you had to guard Curry out on the perimeter, and we were talking, Coach, about your bigs getting out and guarding, and I thought Kevin tonight defensively, he did a great job not only rebounding, but stepping out and defending off a screen and roll, and also guarding Curry at a crucial point in time of the game. What was going through your mind then, Kevin, when you had to switch out and take this shot away?
I knew it was a big possession for us. I knew if we were able to get the stop, then it was going to put us in a great position to win the game. And when I switched out on him, Tristan Thompson had done such a great job the entire series. RJ as well. Anybody that really switched up on the Steph, and we held him and Clay to 6 for 17 and 6 for 19. Felt like we did a great job on them tonight. So I had to do my part, and this was a big possession for us. And I was able to force a very tough contested shot.
And Coach, when we talk about the defensive adjustments that you made, from Game 4 on, I mean, you look at this Golden State team, particularly Thompson and Curry, in terms of taking away their perimeter threat. How was you able to come up with this type of game plan, and how did you get your team to be disciplined and mentally focused enough to stay in tune every single time down court when you're down 3-1 and it's so easy for teams to give up in these situations?
Well, it's tough because they put you in a lot of tough situations offensively. So you always have to be aware, especially with two deadly shooters like Steph and Clay. And our guys just did a good job. I thought after Game 3, we stopped switching all the splits. We just switched with Clay and Steph, which let everybody else stay at home. And so Kyrie wouldn't be on the bigger bodies, wouldn't be on Iguodala, wouldn't be on Harrison Barnes, wouldn't be on Draymond. So changing that really helped us out a lot. And then we was able to switch 1 through 4 the whole time. And anytime they came into a pick and roll with Tristan Thompson and LeBron, putting him on Draymond was a big decision for us also. Putting him on Draymond in Game 3 was really big for us because he was able to get into Draymond and not to affect his passes, because if you mess up one time, they're going to pinpoint pass, they're going to get a shot. So by him putting pressure on Draymond really bought us time if we messed up or made a mistake, and he was able to guard him off the dribble and also pressure him so he couldn't pass over top of it. So those was 2 big adjustments for us, and like you said, our bigs did a great job of switching out when we had to and blitzing when we had to, and we just stuck with the game plan, and we never got discouraged.
This question is for both of you. It seemed like during the 2 years that you've had this team together, that at the end of the regular season going into the playoffs, you guys were as connected, you guys were as together, just as you had been the entire time. And I'm just curious, what happened? When did you – it just seemed like from the outside looking in that you guys were, kind of flew under the radar. A lot of talk about Golden State. Obviously, Kobe had his retirement season. But you guys just seemed to come together at the right time. And just talk about the spirit in that locker room and obviously how it played out here throughout the playoffs.
Well, I'll say a couple things. I mean, You know, Coach has been on a lot of successful teams and now coached a very successful team in us and, you know, taking it all the way. But, you know, for me, you know, being a part of this team and, you know, really I think we had a really tough loss in Brooklyn, and Coach sat us down with the entire coaching staff and, you know, all 15 players in there, and we said, you know, what do we want to accomplish and what do we want to get done? And this was always the ultimate goal for us. So we had 3 or 4 weeks left in the season. We were able to grind that out, had some really good games, and, you know, when the playoffs came around, we knew we had to step it up even more. So every series was a great chance for us to build, a great chance for us to get better. And, you know, on and off the floor, this team, you mentioned spirit. I've never seen a spirit like it. I've never seen such a resilient team like us. And even when we were down 3-1, we still felt like we were able to keep everything under control and you know, just treat every game like it was our Game 7. Then when we finally made it here, we knew we had our backs against the wall in a tough environment, but we were able to get it done.
And like Kevin said about that meeting, just, you know, I thought it was more importantly just getting the big three on the same page and just letting them understand that what they needed from each other on a nightly basis. And you have to sacrifice, you know. It's not going to be 20 shots each night for each guy. You know, one night it could be Kevin and Kyrie's night. One night it can be Kevin and LeBron's night. So we have to understand that, and you have to play through it. I mean, as long as we're winning games, as long as we're productive, that's what it's all about. You know, you can't worry about what the media's saying if you only had 12 points and we won. So what? Who cares? You know, and I think, you know, and also just trying to, you know, team bond, just being together, understanding and taking advantage of the moment because, you know, I always talk about Oklahoma City. You know, they went to the finals against Miami, and I bet you they were saying, like, next year, you know, we'll be ready next year, and they never made it back, you know. So you can't take these opportunities for granted. You got to take advantage of it, and that's why I was telling our guys all year, enjoy the moment, have fun, embrace it, and when you win a championship together, it's a bond that could never be broke because, you know, I see Robert Ory, Horace Grant, Rick Fox. The love is still there, you know, and it's always going to be there. Brian Shaw. So once you win a championship, it's like a blood transfusion. So it's an unbelievable thing.
Yeah. T. Lue, you talk about the big three, and those guys led you guys throughout the regular season and throughout the playoffs. And then you have Tristan Thompson. But talk about Richard Jefferson, what he brought, the old man, old legs, and then also J.R. Smith in that third quarter. I thought it was huge when he had those 8 straight points.
Yes, well, the biggest thing for us, I thought the addition of Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson, you know, and James Jones has been great also. Just being in the locker room, keeping these guys composed, keeping them upbeat, and just, you know, just talking to them, staying with them. I thought the biggest thing with those 3 guys, they tell the truth. You know, you're not gonna, you know, you come down the court, you travel, and you come to the bench and like, oh no, you didn't travel. They're like, no, you traveled. You know, so when you can respect the guy when they tell the truth, and that's how I try to be with the guys is tell them the truth. And they might not like it right then and there, but you know, tomorrow they're like, you know what, you was right. I'm sorry if I went off or whatever. But it's been great just having R.J., Channing, you know, James Jones, Mo Williams, all those veteran guys, and Richard Jefferson. You know, he probably played a bigger role in the finals than he thought he was going to play when he signed here. But he was great. And he was phenomenal.
Gotta love it when a plan comes together. We got to say goodbye to the guys. Kevin Love,
what you got?
NBA champion Kevin Love, and Tyronn Lue, the only other person on the set who's been to Mexico, Missouri. Congratulations.